Great. Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody calling from the UK here. My name's Duncan Wood. For anybody that doesn't know me, give you a brief background about myself. I started off life as a builder and ran my own construction company. That led me a few years later to multi-level marketing for the very first time. I got involved with telecoms when they deregulated the telecoms in the UK. But multi-level led me to online marketing because with the telecoms companies I was with, they all sold out. Everybody can remember probably a company called Tiscali did very well with that, but unfortunately they sold out to TalkTalk, and my income was pulled away from me overnight. I then moved to, as I said, to online marketing. I've been online marketing now for quite a few years, too many years to mention. I've made a fantastic income from it. Some years, absolutely amazing incomes, but one problem. Unfortunately, a lot of those companies I started with aren't around today. I was looking like most people for a company I could pin my hat on and say, this is my home, but unfortunately a lot of companies aren't around, as I said. And many of those companies let people down, didn't pay out, whatever the reason. I was looking for something in 2018 was actually one of the worst years I've had online marketing, and especially because of crypto. I'm very involved in cryptocurrency, and crypto bottomed that year. It was fantastic the year before. So I needed something. I really didn't know what. I was looking around. I was even thinking of going back into construction, believe it or not. I can't believe I even was saying that, but that's what was going on. I was very fortunate. A very good friend of mine, John Van Dersen, messaged me with a video. I did watch it. I shouldn't have watched it that day because I wasn't going through it wasn't a very good day, but he persisted and he messaged me a week later, and in that message he stated one thing. He'd been in this system, which was actually a previous company to this, for 16 days, and he had received in his bank $56,000. Well, I don't know about you, I had to find out why and how did he do that. Two things crossed my mind. I thought he was either a massive recruiter or he'd started off with a lot of money. But when I'd spoken to him, cut a long story short, I asked question after question. I wanted to understand the system inside out. And I started that night. I started with $250. I can honestly tell you it was the best decision I'd made for a long time. It really opened my eyes to crowdfunding. And it was that company that led me by accident, total accident, but I think things happen for a reason sometimes, to this company, Impact101. And in fact, this company, Impact101, came about because the owner of Impact101 was in the previous company with myself, and he decided to do it properly himself. He had a company himself, been running it for 25 years, and decided, I'm going to do this myself, and that's what he did. On the 17th of January, he launched Impact101. So I'm here tonight to tell you more about this company, where it's going, what's in it for you, and more about the whole system. First of all, let's just talk about crowdfunding, the industry itself. A lot of people, including myself, the first person I mentioned this to stated to me that he thought this was illegal. He actually put doubt in my mind, so I went away and did my own research, and you can see from this slide here, there are certain types of crowdfunding that are regulated. In the UK, we have the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, and loan-based, investment-based, and prepayment are regulated, but peer-to-peer crowdfunding, and I actually phoned my own solicitor to check this. He came back to me and stated exactly what this website also states, that peer-to-peer crowdfunding doesn't need to be regulated. It isn't regulated for one reason. It's totally legal in every country, every jurisdiction throughout the world. So don't believe anything that a friend often tells you. They often tell you things that they know nothing about. I can tell you this is totally legal in every country. So how did crowdfunding come about, and why is it growing so fast right now? Well, it's all due to one reason, is the crash, the banking crash that happened in 2006, 2008. A lot of people thought that this was the last. I can honestly say without doubt that it's going to happen again, and next time it's going to be even bigger. The banks have created a massive problem. People have lost trust in the banking system. it all started to do with mortgages, not just in this country, in America, and that's what created the crash. And so the banks have created a massive problem. You can go and do your own research, and you'll see some websites here we've put on this slide to give you some idea. There is a major problem in the financial system, not just in this country, but worldwide. The banks are basically generating money out of thin air, and because of that, they're devaluing the currency in most people's pockets, so people are having to work harder for less money, and the banks are just creating money out of thin air, and a lot of people around the world are getting into debt because they're in a trap that they can't get out of. So there has to be a better way, and there is. And this is one of the reasons why crowdfunding is growing so massively right now. And it's also due to the internet and social media. But you will have probably heard a lot of these companies' names. I'd heard of GoFundMe, Indiegogo, but I honestly thought that they were loan companies. I didn't realize they were crowdfunding platforms. And there's more and more companies now jumping on this industry, which is one of the fastest growing industries in the world right now. GoFundMe currently is the #1 crowdfunding platform in the world. And the reason why Frank, the owner of Impact101, wanted to put this slide up, because he wants to see his company, Impact101, the #1 company in the world very soon. And I've got no doubt that he will do it. So let's just look at the size of crowdfunding. Fundly, which is a website, you can go and check it out yourself, stated in 2017 that crowdfunding generally did $34 billion were donated through platforms on the internet. And that's projected to grow by 2025 to 300 billion. So imagine how much market or slice of this market would you like? So how fast is it growing? Well, according to industry experts, this is the site crowdfunderinsider.com. According to them, crowdfunding is currently growing, and this is year on year. This is at 136% year on year. Now, I don't know about you, but think about what industry you're involved in, either in business or in network marketing or online. Tell me whether the industry you're involved in is growing anything like this kind of growth right now. I don't know anything else out there that is growing at this speed. And as I said, there's a combination of things going on in the world. One is the banking system is failing people. 2, the internet and social media. And 3 is crowdfunding. Now, it's not just the online companies like GoFundMe, but PayPal now have launched their own platform, which allows anybody that uses PayPal to allow them to generate revenue from their site. Now, for any company of this size, PayPal, the largest payment provider in the world, to integrate a new concept into their site takes a lot of money, a lot of research. They look at the latest trends, and crowdfunding is #1 trend growing on the internet right now. So not only a PayPal, but social media now are also taking advantage of this industry. You can see companies like Facebook now offering anybody to allow you to donate to whatever cause you want. So anybody can crowdfund. You don't need to be a charity. This is what a lot of people confuse crowdfunding with. They think you have to be a charity. They think you need to set up a campaign. No, you don't. You don't actually have to have a reason at all. It could be for any reason. You do need to be 18 years or over. You do need a computer or a phone. But you can see here, here's a British father of 5 who didn't have any money for his family for Christmas, and raised over 2,000 literally in a matter of hours just by setting up his own campaign. So this is the guy behind Impact101. As I said, I actually got to know this gentleman by accident one day when I was sending him a donation in the previous company, and it was to him. And he had something on his website which really caught my attention. It was actually something to do with crypto technology. And I messaged him to say, where did you get that from? I want it. Everybody would want that. And he messaged me back, and we ended up talking, and we did get to speak to each other the following day as well. He helped me out considerably. He spent an hour with me. I didn't know, he didn't know Impact 101 at that time wasn't even thought of. But about 2 months later, my sponsor, John Van Derzen, called me and told me that somebody had set up a company similar to the one that we were doing. But this was, to him, the previous company was like a Mini, and this was a Ferrari. And he said, when I said to him, who was it? He said, you know him. His name's Frank. I said, Frank who? He said, Frank Servedio. He said, you spoke to him. And as soon as he mentioned Frank, I realized this had to be serious. You can see by this slide here, Frank has been in business for 45 years, had fantastic success, 20 years in marketing and sales. In 2002, he formed Castle Rock Research, which is a system of study guides specializing in marketing, QR codes, mobile landing pages. And Frank's very into technology. In 2011, he formed QRGL Marketing Incorporated with his partner Hans, and that company is technology driven. In 2019, actually on the 17th of January, Hans and Frank launched Impact 101 as an arm to their existing company, QRGL. So QRGL is still running, and this is just another arm to their existing company. And the technical man behind all this is his partner, Hans Looman. Hans has 30 years experience developing custom solutions for leading high-tech companies, very linked into blockchain technology. Hans is on the board of directors on Link Global Technologies Incorporated, a Canadian blockchain company. And as I said, in 2011, they both started QRGL, so it's a 25-year-old company now. And then in January, they launched Impact 101 as part of that company. So why this company? Well, imagine if you got involved in any of these names. These are all household names, and practically every country in the world knows these names. Imagine if you got involved in these right at the beginning. Companies nowadays, based on the internet and based in the technology field, are growing at a phenomenal speed and literally becoming the biggest companies on this planet in a very short time compared to what I call traditional businesses. So imagine if you'd have got involved in Facebook or Microsoft or Amazon, how wealthy would you be today? When you look back, timing is everything. Now, the time couldn't be better right now. Impact 101 was launched on the 17th of January. I'm just going to give you some idea of the growth in this very short time. We're literally, I think it's probably, we were in our 12th week. So this is right at the beginning, but I just want to give you some idea of a company, because not many companies can expand. I think the last figure when I looked was 135 countries we are in today. Total donations is now $1.35 million in donations that have gone through this system since it launched. They have over 3.5 million views to their website. You know, this company is literally just 12 weeks old. We are right at the beginning and we haven't seen anything yet. We have now the videos in various languages very soon. In fact, I would recommend everybody be on the call tomorrow, Wednesday night. I think it's 9 p.m. UK time with the clocks going back. Frank will give an update on where they are with the translation of the website. But very soon you will start seeing some of the main languages like Spanish, French, Indian, Hindi especially, and Chinese. The whole site will be properly translated, and I mean proper translation. This is not Google Translate, this is proper translations. So we are right at the beginning here with a company that means business. I know when Frank says we will be number one, I can just tell from what's gone on in the last 12 weeks what's going to come in the future. We haven't seen anything yet. So get yourself ready for a massive ride. This is going to be huge. So how does this actually work? Well, this system is a single platform crowdfunding and marketing system, which basically allows anybody to receive half of everything that happens in what they call donation grids, and that can be forever. literally, as long as you keep donating, you keep receiving. Like the saying says, give and you shall receive. In this system, you first have to donate, which is giving first, then you share, and then you receive. And if you keep donating, you'll keep receiving. And the system is a completely self-funding system. So when I say you donate and you keep receiving 3 times more than you're donating. So Impact 101 is based on a 2x2 grid system. It is actually the most successful. It's called a follow me donation process in history. Lots of companies have used this. It is the most successful system any company has ever used. It's very simple, but it does take a little bit to get your head around. All I can say is if you introduce a few people to this, those people follow you and donate, continuously keep donating to you for life. Once you understand that, you will have a light bulb moment. So this Impact 101 is a team crowdfunding system, and this is one of the key points when I questioned John about this system. This is what I wanted to know. I am used to companies paying me or me withdrawing my commission, as long as that company is still running. This system does not rely on any company. This system provides help from above and below, so it's not you on your own, it's not you working solely on your own efforts. You can get help from above, from people you've introduced and yourself. You can literally receive seconds after registering. And as I said, it's a peer-to-peer system, which means there's no middlemen. So you're not reliant on a company, hoping that that company continues so you can withdraw your money. And that's if you ever get into a profit situation. There's been many businesses that I've been involved in where people have built it over the years, ready to withdraw, and just the point that they're about to withdraw, they haven't even made a profit yet. Something has gone wrong with either that company, either the way it's being badly managed, or the payment process has gone down. One company, they went into liquidation, took all their money with them, which meant nobody received any money. In this system, you are not dependent on the company. 100% of the donation is sent from one person direct to another. So no money goes through the company. When you understand that, you'll understand why I got excited about this whole system, where we're not reliant on any company. Not one penny goes to the company. The only money that goes to the company is a $25 a year, for 6-month license fee. So this system provides you with an easy to navigate, totally automated, technology-rich dashboard that displays everything in real time. It allows you to monitor your donations literally second by second. So this is the way you get started. This is the license fee. This is the only money that ever goes to the company. You've got a choice. You can either pay $25 for 6 months, or 12 months is a discounted $40. You can pay that with a debit or credit card through PayPal. If you've got a PayPal account, you can pay through PayPal, Stripe, or Dash, or we accept Bitcoin, and we have a token system as well. So very easy to pay and set up. Once you've done that, you need to then choose how many grids you want. I would recommend to go and watch the new video, the second video I think it is on the website, which talks about your grid selection, the difference it is. My advice is if you can afford 3 or more grids, go for it. If you can't, then you start with less. But you choose your grids first. Once you've chosen which grids you want to start with, then you need to set up your payment methods. In other words, how you want to receive donations from other people. Remember, people are going to be sending you donations from every country around the globe. So you need to provide as many different options as possible. You can choose from anything from PayPal, TransferWise, Uphold, ORU, Bankwire, cryptocurrency, or any other method. You can choose what method you prefer for people to send you donations. My advice is put in as many methods as possible because it makes it easy then for anybody to send you a donation. Once you've done that, you are then ready to send your donation. This is an example, is the $40 level. So each grid is split half and half. Half goes to one person, half goes to another. So you would send $20 to one person, $20 to another. As soon as you've done that, you are an active member, and you can now start receiving. So these are the grids. There's 8 in total. Obviously, the objective is to have all 8 running at the same time. I'm sure you can work out for yourself, what would you rather receive? Donations at $20 a time or donations at $2,400 a time? Imagine having donations from each one of these grids just once or twice in a month. Just work it out. Now, if you can't afford the 8 grids to start with, then start off with a number that you can comfortably afford. My advice is, if you're really serious and you really want to make an impact, start at least with the 3 grids, the 40, the 80, and the 150. I actually started with the first 4 grids. I'm now up to the 6 grids. I receive donations. As an example, I can receive donations now anything from $600, $300, $20, $150, sometimes multiple times in a day. It's a fantastic feeling when you actually receive a donation and it's in your bank. It's not dependent on a company. So choose the number of grids you want. You can see the grey figures. They're the amounts you donate. Split 50-50, half goes to one person, half goes to another, and then you're eligible to receive in each grid 6. You've got 6 empty positions. Those positions can be filled by yourself, by people you've introduced, a combination of both, or by your sponsor. So, you know, it's exactly the same result. Doesn't matter whether you've done the work, your sponsor did the work, or people you've introduced fill those positions. Either way, you get the same result. You are receiving back 3 times what you donated on each grid. You can only ever have 1 grid open of each level at any one time. So in other words, you can only have the 40, the 80, the 150, the 300, 1 of each, up to 8 in total. But you can start with more than 1 level. Right from day one. If you really can't afford that, then the great news is, whatever level you decide to start with, whether it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 8, it doesn't matter. That is the only money that you will ever be out of pocket. From that point on, it is a completely self-funding system. This system generates the revenue to allow you to do 2 things. Raise revenue for whatever cause you want, but also give you the money to allow you to upgrade to receive more donations. Simple as that. So this is how it works. There's 3 simple steps. You first of all pay your license, then you need to donate. You donate to 2 people, and then your role is to find 2 people. My advice is, if you're going to ask somebody a question, ask them a question. Do you need or want more money right now? If they answer yes, ask them another question. Do you know at least 2 other people that need or want more money right now? At some point, you do need to introduce 2 people minimum. So here's an example here. There's you at the top. This works exactly the same on each grid level. Let's say, as an example, you introduce Sue. Sue's your first person, and you introduce Bill. Bill's your second person. Now you just help Sue find 2 people and Bill find 2 people. You help Sue find Sally and Jack, and Bill find Tom and somebody, Dan, in the last grid. And once you've done that, you have now received 3 times whatever that grid level is back. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter how you change that. It could have been your sponsor that introduced Sue and Bill. It could have been your sponsor that filled the whole grid. It doesn't matter, the same result. You always receive 3 times what you donated. But here's the key. You could actually receive that by your sponsor doing it, but you do at some point, if you want to open up the next grid, you do need to introduce 2 people minimum. So let's just go through that on the $40 grid. Let's just keep it really simple. There's you. You have opened up this new grid. Let's say, as an example, you now introduce Sue. Sue comes in, she donates $20 to you and $20 to your sponsor. Now, let's say it could be your sponsor introduces Bill, it could be you. Either way, it's the same result. Bill now has to donate to you and to his sponsor. So you are now just broken even. You donated $40, you've now received back $40. Now let's say Sue introduces Sally. Sally has to donate to two people. One would be Sue, the other would be you. Now Sue introduces her second person, Jack. Jack donates $20 to Sue, $20 to you. And let's say Bill now, or this could be you that introduced Tom. It just happens that this grid fills left to right automatically. Whoever introduces the next person, that space is filled left to right, top to bottom. Tom donates to Bill $20 and $20 to you. Now Bill introduces Dan, let's say, and Dan donates $20 to Bill and $20 to you. At that point, you have now received 3 times what you donated, in this case, the $40 grid, so you've received $120. That grid is finished, and you are now eligible to start a new grid. So out of the $120, you donate $40 to start the new grid, and you can do it again and again and again. So there's the 8 grids in total. As I said, it's a completely self-funding system. If you started off as an example on level 1, you donate $20 twice, so that's $40 in total, and you're now eligible to receive back 6 times $20, and that is $120. You can see the figures on each grid. Ask yourself this question: how quickly would you like to get up to the 8 grids? My advice is get up to the 8 grids as quickly as possible, because then you will really be motivated to take action. Because once you see those larger donations coming in, it is incredible. It's an incredible feeling. So it doesn't matter what your background or previous experience is, this system is fully automated. It'll help you fill those grids quickly. It does a lot of the work for you, a lot of the explaining for you. You don't need to understand this. You don't need to even explain it. Using our system can create an endless stream of donations coming to you. As a member, you have complete access to the entire system. This includes a fully customized and personalized mobile landing page. This you can use to send to people. It has everything they need, including videos, a virtual business card on it. These are actually sold, or have been sold and still are, to other companies for $250 each, and you actually get 2 of these. One is your Impact 101 personal landing page, and one is a personalized mobile landing page, which you can customize to any business you might already be involved in now. You also get your own personal website, just like this one, where people can get more information. All the videos are on there in various languages, and soon the sites, as I said, will be in various languages. A state-of-the-art back office which tracks all your donation grids, your team, and your donations in real time. And you get help and support from a team of leaders. The one thing I can tell you, a lot of people will tell you this, ask around, people will say they've never had help like they've had in this company, with the help from other people that aren't even in your line of sponsorship. It really is. It's a team effort and work as a team. There's lots of systems in place to help you, so nobody can fail in this, as long as you just keep consistently doing it. So this system is designed for success. It's designed to help you get the results you want. And I know a lot of people deserve, because a lot of people like me have been burnt by so many things in the past. This is working. It works. All you need to do is take it seriously, commit to it, and do it consistently. That's the key. So step system for success. First of all, you need to reach out to somebody you know and ask them a simple question. This is all you do in this, and this is all you need to do. You don't need to understand this. In fact, people actually become more dangerous with the more they understand, because they think they can then go and explain it to people. That is the last thing you want to do in this. All you really need to get good at in this system is asking a question. You can either ask somebody direct, so you could use the direct approach, which is, do you want or need more money right now? And if they answer yes, ask them one other question. Do you know at least 2 other people that need or want more money right now? And if they say yes, then ask them to watch a video, which is on your website. Or you can ask them indirectly. You can say, can you help me? I wonder, could you help me? I'm looking for people that need or want more money right now. I actually prefer that approach, because if they come back and say they don't know anybody, that tells me that person's not interested in receiving more money right now, which is fine. I just ask them, well, listen, if you come across anybody, perhaps you could pass my number on that, or pass my email on, ask them to give me a call. That's it, end of conversation. If they obviously say they want or need more money right now, then what you do is you share your mobile landing page or your replicated website page. Either way, there's videos on there. All you really want is somebody to watch our video, and that's all we do. We just repeat this over and over again. You've just got to get good at showing people a video. That's it. And the follow-up, that is the most important thing. Following up is asking them, did they watch it, and do they want to know more? So we have a full resource suite and videos in every language. There's more and more coming on. I would recommend to get onto the company update tomorrow. You're probably going to hear of more videos that are being translated. This is not an easy task, believe you me. I never realized that, as an example, you can do an English video, but to translate that as an example in Russian, I believe there's four times as many words in Russian for our one word. So trying to fit in a different language onto an existing video is quite a complex system. So it's a major task for any company to do this. Not only are they translating the videos in every language, but also the website now in every language. And that is proper translation. This is professionally translated website, no spelling mistakes, no grammar mistakes, nothing. It has to be right. That's why I know this company is going to be number one. Again, you've got a complete history of your donation, or you have a system that tells you what to do each time. So it tells you when to send the donation. It tells you all your completed grids, so you can see a complete history in there. You have donations to confirm and donations to be received. So you know exactly who you're sending the donation to or who you received the donation from. And there is a complete history of, again, donations that you've sent historically and donations you've received historically. So there is nothing to hide here. I will tell you that receiving donations is taxable. You need to ask your own accountant in regards to that, but that's why it is totally legitimate. It is not like gifting, as some people try to describe this as. It's nothing to do with that at all. This system is designed for success, and there are videos on every stage of the process. As an example, this is the grid donation grids explained, and there is a video there if you prefer to either read or watch a video. These are the configurable mobile landing pages, which you can adapt to any business you've already got. So here's a system that provides you with a mobile landing page, and as I said, each one of these, you get 2 of them, normally cost $250 each per year. So you're getting $500 worth of product here that is free, basically, or included in the 25-a-year subscription. So get back to the person that invited you on your call. Think about why you're on this call. What's your reason why? Dream big. The bigger your dream, the more motivated you'll be. The way to motivate yourself is to move fast. My advice is go and listen to the 90-day action plan and follow that. Once you have had success, it's like a drug. It really motivates you to take the next step and find somebody else. And you don't need a lot of people, you just need a few good people. Imagine if you were going to set up your own company tomorrow, who would you want to work with you in that company? They're the kind of people you need to look for, people that take action. Talking about people that take action, Colin Simmons was one of the first people I mentioned this to. He does calls, regular live calls, every Thursday, 2 in the day, one at 11 o'clock in the morning and one at 8 p.m. at night. I do this call at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday and 8 o'clock on on a Sunday. And Bruce Lamb very shortly will be doing his own presentations as well. And I know there's a very good friend of mine, Robert from Belgium, with a lady called Petra, and another British girl, Donna, who is just starting a presentation tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'm not sure whether that's 2 o'clock UK time, so I need to check on that. But there's more and more people now starting to do their own presentations, and the company do regular presentations and updates every week on a dependent on which time of which part of the country or world you're in. For us in the UK, it's 9 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday night. So that's the presentation. I've stopped sharing, and you're very welcome to unmute yourself. And if you have any questions, please fire away. I just want to say to anybody that's new, I know there's a couple of new people on the call tonight. I've been with a lot of companies in the past, but I have never seen